Hey everybody, welcome back. And on this video I'm doing a Lexus Ls460, I believe, and it is a little time consuming. So first thing, go ahead and take out the negative side, and as you guys see, the alternator is still there. We're not going to be taking that off, and I already started, so it's not step by step on this one. I apologize for that, but I am going to share how I did it. So it's up to you guys, however you want to do it, like this or taking out the alternator. So first thing, go ahead and remove the negative side on the battery, and the second thing, go ahead and jack it up. Make sure for this you're gonna need 4 jacks, and of course 4 jack stands and 1 jack. And what else? Go ahead and remove both of the front tires. It's a little bit more easier. I don't like struggling, and I wouldn't want you guys struggling. So whenever you do that, just go ahead and go down here below. Go ahead and take out the sway bar. So there's gonna be 2 bolts holding it right there and right there, and I went ahead and took it out from the sway bar link as well, and I left the nut back here so that way I don't lose it. And after you do that, there's gonna be a bracket right here. From here to right here is the one that holds, let me see, let me show you guys a little bit better. So it's from here, so I apologize for that. So it's from here, it's 2 bolts. It's gonna be the same size, and it's gonna be right here. So it's gonna be right on top of these. So go ahead and remove that bar first, and then go ahead and remove this this bracket right here. That way all this can be exposed. So we are going to be taking out the manifold. I already loosened up all those bolts. Let me show you guys. So whenever you take out this bracket right here, the one that I just told you, go ahead and spray those bolts right here. It's going to be 1, 2, and then 3, 4. It's another one back here, and then this one right here, and one on this side right here. So those are 12 millimeters, and there's one over here as well, and one over here. You can't really see it on camera, but in total it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, around 7 or 8. So go ahead and spray those while you take everything off, and you're gonna spray these as well, the ones for the catalytic converter. Spray those, and you're gonna need some pliers for the back, and then for the nut on the other side, because it's gonna be moving. So go ahead and after you do that, spray them. Don't remove these yet, that way they can get sprayed, and you won't break them or anything like that. And you're gonna be taking these off too, the one for the bracket that's holding the cat. So after you spray them, you're gonna be removing the motor mount, and the reason why is because whenever you do take out the starter, it can be a little bit more room, and then to be able to get to these bolts a little bit better. Like I said, I don't like struggling, and it's not even hard to remove the motor mount, and I remove the motor bracket as well. I just like to have a little bit more room. If you guys want to do a little bit more simple, you can. You don't have to remove probably the bracket, but like I said, I went ahead and removed it. That way I can get to these bolts really fast and loosen them and all that, and whenever I gotta put everything back, it's gonna be way easier. Like I said, there is a couple of different ways to do it, and there is videos out there, but this is a little bit different way that I'm doing it. So whenever you're about to loosen everything up on the motor mount, I went ahead and put 2 jack stands, one right here and one on that side, and then to raise up the engine a little bit, go ahead and use your jack. And I went ahead, I always do it like this, put a 4x4 and then just lift it up a little bit on the oil pan, and this is so you won't damage the oil pan because it's all the way across. So when you do that, it does the motor mount is just 2 bolts, one on top and one on the bottom, and I'm not too sure what size any of these bolts, because I just wanted to share you guys a little quick video. I know it's not step by step, I always do it, but I apologize for that. I just want to show you guys, you know, a little bit different. So on the bracket, it does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts, which they're not really hard to remove. I think the only one that is kind of hard is the one on that side, but you kind of can reach it right here through this side right here. Let me show you. Right here through this side, behind the alternator, and it's not that hard. It didn't even take me like less than 3 minutes it took me to remove it. So this is how it looks. The bracket like this, and then the motor mount is like this. So these bolts, you're gonna remove the one on the top and the bottom. If you want to remove it, you don't have to. I went ahead and did it. And then the bolt that is kind of hard to get to is this one right here. But it, like I said, go through behind the alternator and you can get it. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. Not too difficult. So when you do that, go ahead and okay, so my bad, I went ahead a little bit more. Okay, so whenever you remove that, loosen them up, I'm pretty sure you already jacked up the car a little bit on the oil pan. That way you can raise up a little bit to be able to take it off a little bit easier. You don't have to raise it up too much. So go ahead and remove that. After you remove that, go ahead and loosen all these bolts up, which I already did. And then you're gonna want to remove these, the ones that I told you to soak. And then after that, go ahead and remove these 2 bolts, the ones for the bracket. And then after that, just go ahead and remove these bolts. So right now, I'm on this step, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. After I remove that, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull it out. And one thing I forgot to mention is this O2 sensor. I think that's the only hardest part that I had, which it is kind of up here. I mean, it's this right here. It's kind of hard to get to, so you're gonna push it down and then just pull this. And I think that's pretty much the hardest part. Trying to remove the starter. But let me get to it when I'm back. The manifold is gonna be off, and I'll show you guys what's next. We're back. As you guys can see, I already got everything out. So one thing on this one, it is a bolt. Let me see. So it's like this. Let me see. It's kind of hard to tell. I think it was this one right here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it's like this, and this bolt right here, you can't really see it. So the way I reach that one is gonna be through like the back of the headers, and you can be able to take that out. So once you remove that, it's just 2 bolts on the bottom, and that comes out pretty good. And let's get to the starter. Okay, so I went ahead and pretty much took it out already, but I'm gonna show you guys and tell you guys what you need to do. So this heat shield, it just has 3 10mm bolts, and those are this one, 1, 2, 3. Once you remove that, you're gonna remove these 2 bolts right here, and I believe it's 14mm. Sorry if I'm wrong. Before you do that, go ahead and remove it from here. And this is a 12mm, and that's a power wire. And I'll just put it to the side like this. And the other one is the one on the back. Unfortunately, on mine, what they did, they be careful with these because they do break, especially when they never been taken out. But I think they did put a new starter at some point, because they had put silicone on it and it broke. you know. So that's what I'm working on right now. Luckily for me, huh? So yeah, let's get to it. Once you do that, go ahead and take these bolts out and just pull this back, and it's just gonna come out just like that. And one other thing, so I was having trouble taking out the one on the back, which is this one. Hopefully you guys don't, and you can just unplug it right here. But if you can't, then just go ahead and pull it like this to the side. This is how I did it, and just pull it just like that. And this wire is not too long, so you know, just be careful with that. And once you do that, just go ahead and remove it. It got stuck. But it has plenty of room, so just match it with the new one, make sure everything's good. And after you do that, just go ahead and do the same process, just backwards. And yeah, hopefully this video was helpful. I know there's other videos, but I mean, this is like a 6-hour job if you take it somewhere, you know. But if you do decide to do it, I'll say like 3 hours. It took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours the most. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, make sure to comment below and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. And yeah, hopefully this video was helpful, and just be careful, you know. Make sure you guys jack it up and, you know, put jack stands. Once again, I did put the jack stands right here on the frame on the front, and I also have them on the back, so that's why I said you need 4. And of course to jack it up and take out the motor mount and all that. But yeah, there's no need to take out the alternator, which is right there. So yeah, if you guys want to do it that way, you guys can, but this is a different way. So yeah, like I said, if this video was helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next video.